Hi, it's Thursday, April 3rd, and this is Talk to Me Tuesday number 4 for me. Should have filmed on Monday, but I was so busy getting the March block done for, that's my light, getting out of the way, doing the March block for Paper Piecing Vintage. All those 85 pieces took a very long time. And then I needed to just put on the very last white piece before I put on the corners, and I ran out of white, so I had to go to the quilt shop on Tuesday. So I spent all of Tuesday thinking, I need to go to the quilt shop, I need to go to the quilt shop, I need to go to the quilt shop, I should get ready and go to the quilt shop, and finally did. And then I stood in front of the fabrics. I'm doing the scrumptious line from Bonnie and Camille, and I walk into the quilt store in Morton, Illinois, about 10 minutes from my house, and they're like, oh, how can we help you today? And I said, oh, you know, I just need to get some more of these fabrics for a block of the month I'm doing on Craftsy. Like, oh, okay. And they just like stood there. And I was like, just pulling bolts and talking to myself a little bit, and she's like, oh, well, when you're ready, I'll cut those out for you. I was like, okay, great. Because it was like a Tuesday at 1 o'clock, and there was nobody in there except for me. And so I got my phone out, and I was looking at the cover of the pattern that shows all of the blocks, and looking at the bolts, and kind of talking to myself, and talking to the bolts. I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I'll do a pink house for that month, and then I'll put that little dot with that, and yeah, I look like a crazy person. And there wasn't a lot of people around to like not look like a crazy person. Like all the attention was focused on the crazy girl. But hey, it worked for me. So, like I said, Paper Piecing Vintage. I'll show you some of the fabrics, but first I'll show you the blocks I got done. I got February's done, and I got March's almost done, except for the that last side. Things are going everywhere. I should have picked up a little bit more. I did make my bed. Want to see my quilts? I don't know if you can see it. My grandma made me that. I'm a huge Wicked the musical fan. I don't know if you can see over here in this corner. I don't know. I could in my last video. The Wicked playbill. And the dog found something. Come here, Peanut. Oh, it's your Peanut. Oh. There's my Peanut. Say hi. Say, I need to go to the groomer. Mwah. Okay. Alright. So yeah. I'm also on my lunch break from work, so trying to get this filmed. I really wanted to make a video this week, but I found myself working and busy, which was a good thing. Okay, so March's block. See, I just needed this one last white, and then I could have done all of it, but this was fun. I really enjoyed how it was all one block, and you just built it out from the center. You didn't have to like piece different pieces and then sew them together. So I really, really liked this one. I could see turning this block, like doing another one and turning it into like a side of a tote bag. Yeah. Okay, here's February's block. Got that done too. So I carried this pink over from January. And that's another thing. When I was at the quilt store talking to myself or talking to the fabric, I was like, okay, well, I have been doing it where every 2 blocks share a fabric. So I was like, all right, well, I got to figure out how I want to do that for the rest of the quilt. And I pretty much am, but there's a couple months that I think I won't, because I had planned, like for the one that's on the bottom left corner, that's December, November, October, November, yeah, October. It's like a, kind of like a spiral. I think it kind of looks like a Greek key. Are you following that? And so I wanted to do solids for that one. I think that will be perfect for all those little strips. So but then I didn't want solids in the next block or the block before. Whatever, but I got it figured out. I'm just kind of going to go with it. I'll be using all the Scrumptious line from Bonnie and Camille, so it'll all work out. All but the orange, because I absolutely do not like orange at all. I try to avoid it. I almost put it in because it's part of that line, but I just decided, no, I'm not going to, because I just do not like orange. And if you see my owl quilt, I will insert a picture underneath the video. It's like really orange, and people are like, I can't believe you like this quilt, or that you made this quilt, because it says orange when you look at it. And I was like, but I really like owls. So sometimes my color choices just go by the wayside, and I just go with it. Okay, fabric buying. I don't need to do this. I don't need to buy fabric. But I have a best friend that's having a baby, so I had to get fabric for a baby blanket. I'm teaching a class, and I needed to make like the steps of the class, so I needed to get some more fabric for that. Which I should have, well, I got it all from the sale room, so yeah. So I'll show you that. Well, I'll show you this first. This is from a store in Rochester, Illinois, near Springfield, called Peace, and Applique. And remember the 10-minute table runners I made maybe 2 videos ago? Well, there is a teeny 10-minute table runner, and this pattern was given to me for free from that shop in Rochester, so I'm assuming I could post it as a picture maybe underneath the video with no copyright problems. I'll do that. If somebody thinks that's not cool, let me know. I'll take it off, but I'll scan this in. But basically, it's the 10-minute table runner, but shrunken. And then you can put it on top of your toilet tank to decorate your toilet tank. So cute. So, this is going to be the one, oh, they're connected. All right. This is going to be the one for my room, or my house. Hopefully that's focusing on that. I have a yellow with the hexagon gray. I really like that. And then my nail lady just got a new nail shop, and she needed some decorating in the commode area. So I did the sparkly, hopefully that's focusing on that, with the zeebs. That's what she calls it. She always says zeebs. And that's that. And then the baby blanket, I'll insert a picture here of the one I'm doing. That's from Motive Bake Shop, and they used charm squares, but I'm just going to use yardage and strip set it, so make 2.5-inch strips together. I think I can get the same concept, hopefully. But anyways, so she's doing a nursery that is gray and green, and or maybe white and green and navy. So those are going to be the chevrons for that. And then these all came from the sale room in Washington, Illinois at Peddler's Way. Gotta support Washington. Washington had a huge tornado last November. I was actually at Disney World when it happened. And my phone was like just blowing up. We were in Epcot, and I was like, oh, we're having serious thunderstorms, da 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 da. Let's go to France. And then I get a phone call, and they're like, yeah, big tornado, big thunderstorms, XYZ came through. And I mean, it's pretty devastating over there. So they're really wanting people to go over to Washington and shop local businesses, because they're hurting, because, I mean, a whole neighborhood is just gone. It's so sad. So shopping locally in Washington as much as I can. So it's for a good cause. You have to go buy $80 worth of fabric. Well, this isn't $80 worth of fabric, but, you know, just go to Washington. It's for a good cause. You want to support the people over there. So, this is going to be the pink and green quilt from first video. Then I'm teaching the class, the quick strip paper piecing. This is going to be that class's fabric. So these all came from the sale room. Gorgeous. I was shocked. There was a ton of this in the sale room. I got 2 yards because it's just, I hope that is focusing on you guys because it is just, I was like, how is that still in the sale room? It's just gorgeous. I gotta hurry up because I gotta get back to work. So that's gonna be that block. Yeah. So, all right. Now for my PVP fabrics. Get through all of those real quick. So here are all my fabrics. So I'm going to use some of these twice, like I said, because I'm going to do like 2. I know this is going to be in the basket. This is going to be, I can't really remember some of these, what they look like. I can remember where they are on the quilt. But lots of the same. I just love this. Bonnie and Camille, they come out with the cutest. Their new one that's like rainy day or something like that. Oh, so cute. So, and then I just got some solids for the solid parts I want to do. I don't know what the dog is doing. She's making some weird noises. Peanut! And red paisley. I thought I got more paisley. I think I already owned the blue and the pink, so. And I didn't want to do the orange. And then I got more white. The white stripe. So, which I'm really liking. A lot. Okay, I better go, guys. The dog's chewing on something. And I gotta go back to work. So, I will say goodbye. I hope it was a crafty week. And I hope this week's a crafty week for you. It's kind of gloomy and rainy and yucky here today. But, you know what? The sun will come out tomorrow. It always does. Yeah, that's it. So have a good one, and I'll go watch the rest of the videos someday when I have more time. But it's good to be busy, good to be working. And I'll say goodbye. Da 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 da. Been talking way too much. Oh, okay. Bye. Okay, so teeny tiny tail runner for your tail top. For your tank top. For your toilet top thing. Okay, anyways, just move on, Erin.